Wonders of Grace. George Henry Middleton, about 2.5 years ago, was deeply convinced of sin under the preaching of Mr. Hugh Allen. He had experienced some workings in his conscience before this when engaged in a seafaring life, but the effectual work does not seem to have commenced till the time stated above. He was some months in trouble of soul, but the ministry of Mr. Hugh Allen seemed to give him some peace of soul, but it was not steadfast. And it was not till about 6 months ago, while attending the prayer meeting at Crosby Hall, that he received full assurance of faith, and ever since then he has been able to rejoice in a finished salvation. He believes that he was too much addicted to looking at self, and that kept him in darkness of soul. But the clear way in which Christ had been set before him by our pastor, and also by the prayers of the brethren at Crosby Hall, he has been led by the Spirit to see Jesus only as his Savior. He has also come to see baptism as plainly a command of Christ, and wishes to walk in accordance thereto. He is full of gratitude at looking back upon his life, and seeing how the Lord was working with him and watching over him while in his dangerous occupation at sea. He is amazed at the change which has been wrought in him, never feeling so happy as when in the house of God and engaged in his worship and service. I had a long conversation with this brother and was much pleased with him. He feels more than he can find words to express, and I believe has a good notion of the doctrines of grace. In his own words, I am very illiterate, but I have got it here. And he points in his heart. I gave him a card, signed Frederick Gross. And then this is added by Charles Spurgeon. I cannot see this case very clearly, but I have hoped for the best. His story is a terrible muddle. It may be a skein of silk, but I cannot unwind it. I trust the messenger, that is, the elder or deacon appointed to visit, will be very particular. He is out of situation and ought to get one. Signed, Charles Haddon Spurgeon. To God be the glory.